exploring the multiverse of pop culture.
This is Pod Casserole.
An Adam and JP show.
Hey, welcome to Pod Casserole Condensed. Well, we say condensed,
it's like a fine canned soup.
If you know one thing about, I'm Jay Patrick. That's Adam, by the way.
Oh yeah.
I think you know that by now.
No.
We like to talk.
Yeah.
So we have a new project we're working on.
It's 12:30 a.m. So hang with me.
Yeah, I know. We're almost done.
It's okay.
We're almost done. It is pretty late, isn't it?
It is. Yeah.
It's real late.
It's late and hot.
You've been. Should we move back to the garage?
It's almost time, I think.
It's time to move back down to the garage.
It's almost time. It's almost June.
Yeah, but it's comfortable. Well, it's not comfortable right now.
Yeah.
It's real hot in here.
A little bit.
I can't breathe.
Oh no.
But yeah, so we just want to check in with you and
See what's going on.
we've got
there.
another project we're working on. So these long weekly episodes for a little while. Every other week it'll be a shortened episode.
Yeah.
And we're calling these Adam's Rants, and Adam's going to rant for 20 minutes.
That's what's happening?
No. but we recorded our first episode of our new project.
That was fun, yeah.
How'd you feel about that?
It was good. I'm ready for the we never gave the actual disclaimer that we are fans of the subject, not professionals, not official scholars or historians. And we're just kind of spreading the word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. We probably should have done that. We're just some guys that like to talk about our favorite made-up characters.
Yeah. I think it's kind of known, though, right? It's known.
Do you have a favorite made-up character that's not comic book based?
Rocky.
Well, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite non-comic made-up character? Marty McFly?
Maybe.
Peter Venkman?
Possibly.
Here's one for both of us.
George Bailey.
No, definitely not that.
Well, Mark.
This goes exactly against what I was going to say. The favorite made-up character that's not from a comic that was created in the past 10 years.
Favorite character, not from a comic.
Right.
In the past 10 years.
Past 10 years. So
Frodo.
2009 or now. Do you have one? I don't know if I have one. That's tough, right? Isn't that sad that we can't dig the past decade?
Khaleesi, the mother of dragons.
See, even
Adam, I meant to tell you.
What's that?
Since last we recorded, I have watched an entire episode of Game of Thrones.
Oh, one whole episode? Wow.
Yeah. And I watched the last 20 minutes of, at this point, was the last episode, which would be the one before the season finale.
Nice, yeah.
Can we spoil Game of Thrones?
No, don't do that. Don't be that. No.
Do you know what happens?
Of course, yeah.
But did you watch it?
No. I just read really in-depth like breakdowns of each episode. I don't have that time.
So,
but I read about it.
So Khaleesi, goes nuts.
Right. Well, you're spoiling it. We said we wouldn't do it
with that dragon.
Don't spoil it. Don't do that.
I didn't say she burned a town down.
Don't do that.
What?
People are going to watch that show. Don't do that. Don't be that guy.
They've seen it by now.
I don't think so.
If you're a Game of Thrones fan, you've seen it by now.
There's some people that had the hype of the last season. They're starting from episode 1, season 1, and coming through. Don't do that to those people.
Yeah, but they heard a town got burned down by a dragon, and that's what they wanted to.
Nope, I'm going to talk over it every time.
Well, I didn't say what happened to.
Don't do that to people.
Tyrion Lannister's brother.
Don't do that to people. Don't do that to people.
And there's so many names I've learned, like the mountain.
Yeah, you already forgot. You forgot Jamie, didn't you? You forgot the name Jamie.
I did forget his
the
name.
Mountain. It was. So I have beef with that, and I talked about that with you in a text. That could be some of my 20-minute rant. How about that?
What's your beef?
How TV fans are a bunch of entitled babies.
Well,
no, I'll stand by this.
I just think pop culture fans are. I mean, because it's not exclusive to Game of Thrones. Star Wars has had a rough couple of years.
But I think most TV shows, like the biggest TV shows of all time, people are always, the majority of time, 95% of the time, they're not pleased or not happy.
People seem to like the season finale of MASH. Or the series finale.
I don't even know what that's about. I have no idea what happens there, and I'm glad I don't. Think about Lost, Dexter. Now we have Game of Thrones. People get mad about Seinfeld.
But you yourself didn't like Dexter.
No, yeah. I'm not saying I'm not part of the problem. I'm saying I am part of this problem. We should admit we have a problem. We are consumers that are given things to consume that gives us no right to be actual creatives behind what happens. And if it doesn't happen what we want, we can't get mad about that.
Go make your own TV show.
The Last Jedi, it's the Last Jedi complex, I'm calling it. To me, that was the biggest one where people were all for it. And now we'll see how the numbers show because we've only had Solo since then, which was a terrible bomb. I hope episode 9 rights the ship and fixes the wrongs there. But I think from what I see online, we have a lot of people hating Star Wars now. It makes me sad.
Ray.
What about it?
That's the answer.
What's the answer?
To your question.
What do you mean?
Do I have a favorite character from the last 10 years
There you go.
that's made up that didn't come from a comic?
There you go.
Ray.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Good.
Who's yours?
Kylo Ren. That counts, right?
Is it?
Yeah, I like him the most, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I feel like he's, yeah. To me, this is going to be a good episode for him.
What about Porgs?
No. But do you see what I'm saying? Like, we're too entitled. We don't have that right to be mad about what a TV show did. Now there are actual petitions. Not only are there petitions with almost 500,000 signatures to reshoot the final season of Game of Thrones with competent writers, which is stupid, but there's now a petition to stop that petition from happening with almost 500,000 signatures.
We've petitioned the petition.
Exactly. That's where we are. And I think we're in a bad spot.
I think we're in desperate need of escapism. I think that's all that really shows.
It's weird. I've been many shows I've been mad about or movies didn't go the way I planned. I never once got actually mad about it and like fist shaking at the writer or director for why didn't you do what I wanted you to do? That's dumb to me. So stupid.
Yeah, but
So stupid. I've been.
We are part of the problem because you and I do spend a lot of time speculating what we would like to see happen in certain
but when it doesn't
things.
happen, I'm not mad about it. Like I didn't enjoy Last Jedi as much as I should have, but I'm not angry about.
You loved it when it first came out,
Right. As time went on, it changed, of course.
Yeah.
Of course, I mean, The Force Awakens is still fantastic.
What's your thought on the prequels?
Hate them.
Still,
Yeah.
because that's one of the things that's happened too. Like people are starting to come back around to the prequels, but I think it's the kids that saw the prequels when they were kids,
Probably,
and
yeah.
now they're in their 20s.
Yeah. Well,
Well, they're in their 30s.
maybe.
The prequels? Well, the
Yeah.
first one was what, 99?
99. Yes, I was 15. That was 20 years ago. I'm 35 now.
Yeah.
It's crazy, right?
We'll go a little younger than that.
Yeah.
They're like 7 and 8 year olds that grew. Say you were 7 or 8 when Phantom Menace came out. You really grew up with the prequels.
Yeah.
That's your Star Wars movies.
See, I don't know. Yeah.
So
maybe
I think that's when we're starting to get this. Oh, well, the prequels aren't that bad. Oh, they're bad.
They're pretty bad. They're rough.
They're-
I think it's from the CGI alone. I think some parts aren't as bad as what people want to make it out to be. I mean, Ewan McGregor spots are great. Some Hayden Christensen spots aren't so bad.
Yeah.
But CGI is just, it's on, you can't fix that.
So on Star Wars Day, May 4th this year, I was watching, the Star Wars was on all the channels.
Yeah.
And I was watching the Return of the Jedi. That's what it was. I was watching Return of the Jedi. And it was the Lucas cut. I guess you cannot see the original.
It's not around. You have to go on the VHS, the original VHS, the only way to see it.
To see the Ewok song at the end?
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. No, I mean, it was the Across the Galaxy celebration.
Yeah.
And
VHS, only way.
Hayden Christensen at the end as the Force Ghost.
Emphasis on the word tried to watch Solo for the first time on May 4th.
Yeah?
Couldn't do it.
Really?
Got about an hour in and I was done.
Really?
Hate that movie.
Why?
It's boring. It seems like they take little bits and pieces of lore we've said in the years past and create whole scenes on that. I just wasn't, I didn't feel it.
You didn't like Donald Glover?
He's all right, but that's like saying I like hot dogs, so let me go to a 3-hour baseball game. That's not how that works. Right?
I enjoyed Solo. I
give it an honest shot. I did. It was May 4th. We actually went to we have the refillable popcorn bucket. I went to the theater.
To watch Solo?
Only got popcorn from the bucket. Brought it back home. I got it strapped in the seatbelt, came home, watched Solo, and I was pissed off.
Well, I mean, at least you gave it a chance.
I did. I tried.
I really... Khaleesi's in that, too.
Yes, she is.
Yeah. But she's not Khaleesi now.
No.
She's a different name.
Or her original name, Daenerys Targaryen. That's her actual name.
Because now, I've heard, people call her Dany.
That's Daenerys, yes.
That took me a long time to realize, well, who's this Dany person?
It's short for Daenerys, yeah.
Oh, I know her as Khaleesi.
Yeah, which was pretty much whenever she and Aquaman were a couple.
She was Khaleesi.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it has something to do with, I don't know.
Khal Drogo was her, yeah.
My wife is a huge Game of Thrones fan, and she tried to explain it to me. And I felt like when I try to explain things I'm into to her, it's probably the same feeling. Okay.
Yeah, that show is impossible to get in from the mid or the ending there. You have to be
Well,
Yeah.
I watched the Battle of
Winterfell?
yeah, where the ice zombie died.
That's a good name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I watched that one.
Was it dark for you? Most people had a complaint it was too dark.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Well, you know why? I calibrated our television.
Ah.
Yeah.
Once that
It was
came
the key.
on or afterwards?
No, before.
Before, yeah.
The television is calibrated, so it looked very cinematic.
Yeah.
And fine.
I read an article about that. It's just streaming. Like, there was all shot natural light. Like, there was zero extra lighting on set for that, the whole shooting of the whole battle. And so when you stream through so many services, you're streaming through an app to HBO, and that streams to your phone or to your tablet or your smart TV. It loses so many generations.
It's like making a copy of a copy.
Exactly, yeah. So some people had so many downgrades of that with the natural lighting, and just wouldn't process it. Even like some 4K TVs were just looking like shite.
No, I think it was fine.
Yeah.
I think it was really cool at the beginning because there was clearly, you could see the line where the light was, and it was dark on the other side, and it really added to it because all these zombies are coming. It was like watching The Walking Dead. Like, I'm gonna tell you something, Game of Thrones fans. You can't bash The Walking
And
Dead because that was an episode of The Walking Dead.
I would say both of those shows in the same state right now, so I would agree with that. I see its own fan base turn against it. Because I'm not I don't like Walking Dead at all, and I haven't seen any. I read about every week, but I haven't seen an episode of Game of Thrones since season 2, honestly. So I have no real dog in the fight. But standing back, I'm seeing both of these fandoms turn on their own love. It's weird.
That is weird.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just so strange to me.
I mean, I'll be I still watch The Walking Dead. Some episodes are better than others, but that's every TV show.
Like, as much as I don't like Rocky V,
It's still a Rocky movie.
It's still my favorite franchise of all time. And there was a 16-year gap from 1990 to 2006. Never once did I disown the movie or say I hate the franchise or try to get someone else to remake it or rewrite it. When it came along naturally and they had Rocky Balboa, I was ecstatic about it. But I was never like, screw this franchise, I'm done.
Yeah, it's like Star Wars movies.
Yeah.
I get excited for every Star Wars movie. But those prequels are pretty tough. They didn't get better.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, this is going to be the one. They didn't. Attack of the Clones. I did like the whole little mission that Obi-Wan goes on in Attack of the Clones. But when that's not happening, it's just Anakin being
Slowly
a crybaby.
descending into madness.
It's not even that interesting.
Yeah.
And you know what I realized? Because I did see part of one of those prequels. I guess it was Attack of the Clones recently. There is no chemistry. None between Hayden Christensen and Natalie Portman.
The whole I hate sand that whole line. It's bad. Yeah.
There's no chemistry there. None. Like, not even a little. Like, I don't even think they like each other. There was more chemistry between Natalie Portman and Thor in Endgame, and she didn't even talk to Thor.
She wasn't even there. Yeah. That's true.
There's more chemistry between Korg and Thor.
That's true. Yeah, that's totally true.
So I guess Disney has announced that for 6 years? Is it 6? No. 10 years. It will be a Star Wars movie one year, and then an Avatar movie the next year,
Right,
and then a Star Wars movie, and then an Avatar movie, and then a Star Wars movie, and then an Avatar movie.
Bad move. I mean, clearly they know more than I do about that whole method.
Avatar?
Just the method of releases and making that money, but man.
Do you like Avatar?
I hate it. Well, strongly dislike it. I saw it once in theaters. I'll never see it again.
I did not see it in theaters, and I've never seen Avatar all the way through.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
It's weird that I say I strongly dislike it, but I really enjoyed it in theaters. But you have to see it in theaters in 3D. I can't imagine on a TV at home. It'd be terrible and boring.
Here's how I've seen Avatar. And this is the truth.
Electronic Express?
Electronic
35
Express.
TVs at once?
Yep.
That's not the way to... Yeah.
That's how I've seen Avatar. I think that's the most I've seen of Avatar.
I cannot believe they're having 4 sequels to it.
I don't think anybody... there's this whole thing. It's going to be the biggest thing. I don't think it is.
No.
You have to remember, Avatar was for the MCU.
Right.
And when it comes to blockbuster summer
And that was like
movies,
the first big kickoff of the real 3D movie.
Yeah.
Now you can see whatever in 3D. You can see the next Rebel Wilson movie in 3D if you want to. Which God knows why you would want to, but you can.
You don't like Rebel Wilson?
Don't get me started on that.
I do want to get you started on
That's all
that.
good.
What's your beef with Rebel Wilson?
She's not funny.
Really?
Yeah.
I think she's funny.
She's funny. And as a fat man, I can say this. She's funny because she's fat. It's true. If she were skinny and having those jokes, people would be like, what is she doing here? She doesn't belong here. But she's funny. She has her belly hanging out, so it's fat. Or it's funny.
It's fat funny.
It's the same with Melissa McCarthy. Not a fan of hers because I believe she's having that fat humor.
Yeah. Though her role on SNL as the press secretary when it was...
That was good, yeah.
Yeah. That was hilarious. That was really
was
funny.
good.
I enjoyed that.
Like I said, as a large man, I can say this and be safe.
You're not a fan of fat funny.
Where I think it's...
but you love Chris Farley, and he was fat funny.
I was going to say some fat funny is good because I truly believe if Matt Foley were 90 pounds soaking wet, that'd still be a hilarious character. Don't you think so? I think so.
It's effective.
I think so. I don't think the fatness, it's not that big of a deal.
I mean, fat guy in a little coat would make no sense.
That's a one joke in a long movie. I think he was perfect with that, the fatness. He was good.
Perfect fatness.
He's down with the fatness.
That was my favorite Disturbed album.
John Candy was great and never once had, as far as I know, never too much of a weight joke. Of course, on Planes, Trains, Automobiles, you had the visual thing of the bench, but never, in movies, I can't think of a fat joke for John Candy. Can you? Because I can't.
Uncle Buck was not just one big fat joke?
No. And clearly he was a big guy, but it was never look at me, I'm fat doing cartwheels. I'm funny.
Wagons East? Was that?
I never saw that, actually.
Was that him?
That was him. That was his last one.
Who else was in that?
Oh, I do know the answer to this. What's his name?
Robert. Is it Robert?
Richard?
Yes. Richard.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, Richard, comedian guy.
Yeah.
From the late 80s, early 90s.
That's him. Slick back hair, black hair.
Mm-hmm. Richard Lewis.
Yep, that's it.
Richard Lewis is who we're thinking of.
Yeah.
That is the answer.
But I think that was
bar trivia. Name the cast of Wagons East.
John Candy was a classy fat man. I appreciate that. I appreciate your classy fatness.
That's where I buy my clothes.
Classy Fat Man XL. That's it.
So Game of Thrones guys, I don't know. It's one of those. It's like Lord and Miller. They're different people, but you hear them together and it sounds like one person. Benny Hoffman Weiss, is that right?
Well, I have no clue.
The writers for Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
They're gonna write the next Star Wars movie, possibly the next Star Wars trilogy.
And so also, what's his face from Episode 8 has his own going as well. So what's that about?
Well, it could be he may be the director of the movie that they write.
Right. Because aren't they doing
Rian Johnson.
Yeah. Now, who's behind the Mandalorian
That's Jon Favreau.
Disney Plus show? He is? Okay.
Jon Favreau is doing that, yeah. Which, have you seen the trailer for that?
No.
Some stuff got released right after Celebration.
You know me and my non-force. I may check it.
Well, okay. So what about a trilogy based on the Old Republic?
I would like that. I like that a lot. When I say force, I do mean I'm going to desperately miss that Skywalker lineage. It's going to be tough for me to hang with it. Really, really will. To me, Star Wars is the Skywalker saga. It's the story. I think that's going to be a problem to take that away. I love the Force, but to me, the Force in its essence is that Skywalker lineage.
What about governmental debates?
No. Some Senate trades and Trade Federation? No. No.
Is that legal?
No. Ugh. Terrible. So I will see. I don't know.
I am looking forward to Episode 9.
Disney Plus, I will buy that.
I will too. Captain Marvel's I think that's gonna be the first home video release of Captain Marvel.
Really?
Will be Disney Plus.
By the time this episode airs, that will be out on digital release already. Isn't that crazy? That's how fast they come out now.
Do you think come July, because Endgame helped push Captain Marvel back up to number 2 that week at the box office. That week at the box office, it was Endgame then Captain Marvel. If Endgame stays in theaters through July, do you see Spider-Man bringing Endgame back to number 2?
It won't be in theaters still then, will it? That'll be that's a 3-month run.
Possible.
It's a 3-month run.
It's still making a ton of money. Why would you take it out of theaters?
Does that still happen? 3-month runs?
It was the number 1 movie last week at the box office, which was 2 weeks ago by the time you hear this.
I don't know.
Second only to Detective Pikachu.
Oh, wow. That beat it out, huh? That was the one?
But just a couple of million.
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds as Pikachu. That's hilarious.
It's good.
I don't care who you are. That is hilarious.
It is, yeah.
Pika.
But a 90-day run, I don't see that happening. That's just me.
Well, when did Captain Marvel come out? February?
I thought March. Wasn't it March?
Maybe it was March.
I think it was really soon
like
before.
A month before Endgame.
Yeah, because I had to rush and see it before Endgame came out.
We gotta hurry.
Yo.
You know, I didn't see Black Panther before
Right.
I saw Infinity War.
Yeah.
I actually saw Black Panther after Infinity
That is
War.
risky. What are you thinking?
Well, I remember leaning over to you and asking, "Hey, is that no?"
Nope. Not at all.
Okay.
Yeah. And they did a better job with that. I think the integration of Black Panther was more in Infinity War than Captain Marvel was in Endgame. She was more important, of course, but very little time.
Well, we already had a Black Panther established in Civil War.
Yeah.
So, and then Black Panther. So you knew how you were going to use that character.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was still like, what if Captain Marvel had bombed, and then they'd made her a big part of Endgame?
Yeah. That's tricky.
Is there going to be an MCU movie that bombs in the foreseeable future?
Yeah, eventually, for sure, yeah.
In the foreseeable future?
I think so.
No, I don't.
If you said this 3-4 years ago, the same for Star Wars, I mean, man, just last year, Solo bombed. Like, it made a lot of money, but compared to what it had put into it, it didn't make its money back, right?
Yeah, but here's the thing with MCU. They just got better as they went along.
I would never guess that a Star Wars movie would have bombed like it did, and it did.
I think Rogue One could have, had it not been released so close to Force Awakens.
Yeah, that was bad timing on Solo's part, for sure. That was bad.
Right after Last Jedi.
What, 5 months after?
Plus all the stuff it went through with the change in directors and Ron Howard coming in.
And no one cares. I think the idea of prequels should be just nixed.
But you said you'd watch an Old Republic movie.
That's totally different because
That's thousands of years before.
Yeah, that's why it's so different. I mean, with every single trouble that Han Solo was in, nothing was going to happen to him. Anytime he and Chewie were hanging off a cliff, I didn't care two craps about it.
But Khaleesi could have died.
Yeah.
So what? You didn't even like the end when you find that?
I didn't see it, but you can tell me.
You didn't see that Darth Maul's still around?
I told you, he's in that one?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
in
I
Solo.
Tell me about that. Yeah, I remember you telling me.
Yeah, it turns out he's the mastermind behind all of it at the end. It's Darth Maul.
Is it actually Ray Park? Is it him? That's cool.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I don't want to see it.
I can't believe you didn't watch the whole movie.
I told you I tried. Tried was my word there. I tried.
Yeah, but it's rarely I start watching a movie that I don't finish the movie. Because once you
Yeah.
get an hour invested in it, why would you stop?
Woody Harrelson? That's my answer.
Did you not like Zombieland?
It was all right. I'll never see it again.
Yeah, because the sequel to Zombieland.
Yeah,
is
I'm not a huge fan. I don't like Jesse Eisenberg. Woody
Emma
Harrelson.
Stone?
She's all right. Bill Murray's in there. It's just a lot of
Oh, wait,
It's a
wait,
lot
wait.
of get out of here for
Bill
me.
Murray is like in 3 minutes of the movie.
I know. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. Yeah, after post Cheers, not a big Woody Harrelson guy. Post White Men Can't Jump, not a big fan.
And what else? What have I seen that I liked Woody Harrelson in?
I loved No Country for Old Men, but not because of him.
Yeah, his bit parts are usually good. Did you see the first season of True Detective? With Matthew McConaughey?
No.
And Woody Harrelson?
It was good, yeah.
You hear.
I hear 2 and 3 were bad.
I hear good things.
Yeah.
I haven't seen 3. I only saw 2. Vince Vaughn's a little rough in that movie.
Oh, that was him, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was Vince Vaughn and I can't think of the other guy that was in it. There's actually 2 other big stars in that.
Really?
That's how memorable season 2 was.
Pretty good, huh?
Well,
Yeah.
anything else on your mind?
I think that's about it. It's the old 1 o'clock wrap up.
Yeah, that's what we usually do.
That's true. We should have like a 1 o'clock podcast. Just start recording it at a crazy late time.
Like 3 o'clock in
Just
the
kind
morning.
of kooky, yeah.
We just go from 3 to 6.
Yeah.
We could do a podcast called 3 to 6, and we always record it from 3 in the morning to 6 o'clock in the morning.
Working at 3 to 6. I hear it now, the theme song. I like it.
You can check us out online by emailing us.
That's true.
AdamandJP@gmail.com.
And this week, JP is on the Twitter handles.
I will be taking over at AdamandJP on
That's you,
Twitter.
Yeah.
So
It's pretty fun. It's like an Ask Me Anything on Reddit. It's the old AMA.
It is Ask Me Anything.
You should ask JP anything this week. Anything you want. What's the best wine to drink with? Vienna sausages?
I compare stuff.
What is your favorite Dolly Parton movie?
Rhinestone.
What's the best material to wear with your jeans?
The best material to wear with your jeans?
To wear, well, your jeans are made of. Remember we picked up a guy one time from the airport, and he had this certain material that his jeans were made of?
It wasn't denim?
No, they were stretchy. It was like a red stretchy, was it polyester? I think he had polyester jeans.
Polyester jeans was my first AOL screen name.
That sounds gross. That sounds very gross.
But yeah, join us on Twitter. I will be tweeting throughout this week.
That's you.
It's all me.
You guessing 5 a day on average?
What?
5 a day?
5 a day?
5 tweets a day?
Well, I'm heading to work.
That's one every like 3 or 4 hours. It's not bad.
Is that what you're supposed to do?
Yeah, got to keep it active.
But I do want to think. I want to take our WWE collectible of Akeem the African Dream, a very racially inappropriate character from the 1980s, and I think I would take him to work with me.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll just have pictures of Akeem.
Yeah. We'll see if people interact with that one. Good luck on that one.
Here's Akeem.
That'll be retweet city right there. That's what's gonna happen.
Maybe I should pick a different toy to take with me.
Yeah, maybe so.
Well, I can't wait to see how much fun we have on Twitter this week.
Yeah, that will be good.
So make sure you tweet me at Adam and JP. I'm J Patrick. That's Adam.
You've been eating a strange Pod Casserole.